and welcome to Waste Breakfast. We will discuss about everything governance, mental health, self-development, and of course, entertainment. My name is God's Beauty Israel, and I'm joined by my amazing co-anchors, Joy and Uni. Hi, buddies.
I am back. To the middle. Thanks to Oni. The winner. The baby girl. The baddie.
I'm back, guys.
How are you? How you doing? Let's start with you.
I'm good. I needed some
How you
time.
shining? I like to see your wig, to be
thank
sincere.
you.
I think I'll be
Thank you so
going on
much.
it next week. So when you're traveling, please, you have to
Drop
keep it for me.
No problem.
Period.
I got
Why
you.
is Joy looking at me like that?
Don't deny us this beauty.
He said, don't deny us this beauty.
Do not deny. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Don't
I
deny
have
us this
something
beauty.
like this, but I think I want to rock it like next month, you know.
Sha, don't deny us this beauty. You can rock it
I
during
can't
the
lie,
show.
I do like your hair. It's something new, you know.
Exactly.
Last I saw you,
Thank
she
you.
had black dreads on, or even that afro wig. And now
Yeah.
look at you.
Oh my God, sorry, babe.
Sorry. Yeah,
Take the coffee.
see,
Take
it's
the
your
coffee.
problem. It's your fault.
Take the coffee.
It's because of him. She has to. Sorry.
What's
sorry.
that?
Take your
How about
coffee.
you, Joy? Let's start with you too. How
I'm
you
okay.
doing?
I'm alive. Welcome
Oh.
again, Nigeria, to another beautiful day where we'll talk about your problems. But
I don't
then again,
understand
you're
this,
fine.
babe, sometimes.
It's nothing serious.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
okay, let's ask now. Who is on the set? Is it Joy? Is it MJ?
Don't worry. The conversation will let us know. Let's let
okay.
our newspaper review first. We'll know who is on set.
Right. So, I mean, we'll be going on a very short break, guys. And when we come back, we'll be diving straight to the news of today. Please stay with us. You're still watching Waste Breakfast. I'll be taking you on a captivating journey across Africa with the Punch, Nigeria's prime newspaper. The major headlines read: Federal government right governors as agency predicts flooding in 31 states. Federal government agency lists local government in Akwa Ibom, Lagos, Adamawa, Ogun, Benue, 26 others as high flood risk areas. Benue demolishes riverside buildings. Lagos directs resident. Sokoto, Edo, others begin campaigns. Bottom of the newspaper: National Drug Law Enforcement Agency destroys 304,436 kilograms of illicit drugs in Lagos. People's Democratic Party, that's the PDP, National Working Committee submits report on Wike as National Executive Committee mid-Thursday. Blood on Chidema's dress match Ataga's DNA, says expert. The University College Hospital denies harboring Yoruba Nation agitators. Above the masthead of the newspaper, we have $30 billion losses. Federal government may revoke unused oil well licenses. 27 states fail to access 54.9 billion naira Universal Basic Education Commission Fund. Marketers excited as Dangote lowers diesel to 1,000 naira per litre. Lastly, at the right side of the masthead, Naira Abuse, Economic and Financial Crime Commission arraigned Cubana chief priest today. So that's all on the headline for the Punch newspaper. The headline that piqued my interest today is the headline at the right side of the masthead that says Naira Abuse, Economic and Financial Crime Commission, that's the EFCC, arraigned Cubana chief priest today. So the Economic and Financial Crime Commission had detained the businessman and socialite Pascal Okechukwu, popularly known as Cubana Chief Priest. Preparatory to his arraignment today, Wednesday, before the Federal High Court in Lagos. So Cubana Chief Priest will be arraigned before Justice Kehinde Ogundare on the account bordering around abuse of Naira by allegedly spraying and tampering with the nation's currency at a social event, contrary to the provisions of the Central Bank Act of 2007, Section 21, subsection 1 and 2. So yes, I mean, before now, we have like 2 persons now in custody, right? The latest one was that of Bobrisky, right? Is spending his time right now in jail for, you know, abusing the Naira note. So what's his name now? Cubana Chief Priest is the next. What I can say to this is, we can see that the EFCC is at work. I feel like this year is definitely different because it's giving me a different kind of vibes. I know we still like in the wrong foot with the whole armed robbery, with the whole looting and all of that. But I mean, right now I can say that the Tinubu's government, permit me, Tinubu's government is really doing wonders because I mean the dollar is now close to like 1,050 naira in the parallel market, about 1,130 something, and you know, like it's a whole lot going on. So diesel now, Dangote is selling diesel for 1,000 naira. As about 2 weeks ago, it was about 1,300, and now it's 1,000 naira. You see that good things are happening. Or do I say I'm reading good news? I don't know why Joy is looking at me like that, but yeah. But yeah, I feel like there's a whole lot going on, and I can see like good is coming out from Tinubu regime. What can you say to that, Joy?
What do you have to say to that?
I have nothing to say to that, if I'm being honest.
Okay, then, Oni, let's take your headlines.
All right, so I'll be moving away from the African continent to an international spectrum, and I'll be taking today's news straight from the New York Times. So, right, for the first on the major headline, we have first criminal trial of a former president begins. In New York jury pool, a nation's divisions are on display. We then have Chinese firm is key maker of U.S. drugs. Deal's demise gave Tehran opportunity. Nuclear program adds to peril of the moment. Israel debates punching back for Iran's attack. On the lower side of the paper, we have Speaker says funds for Ukraine and Israel. Speaker says funds for Ukraine and Israel will finally get vote. And least but not last, Japan's cold, harsh cash is growing on the Himalayan hillsides. So obviously, the news that stands out to me today the most is the first criminal trial of a former president begins. As we all know, I think this is the first time in history that a president has actually been put on trial. And in the case of, I would say, Trump versus the people, it's been a thing of where, like, the choosing of the jury has been quite slow because as people just don't want to be in that position because, like, they can't give fair and honest opinions based on their thoughts or just based on their opinion on Trump. So it's just been kind of really slow to pick up a jury for his case. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, nice one right there, Oni. Let's hear yours, Joy.
Anyways, still on the international space, I'll be reviewing the Times newspaper, and the major story reads, please look at multiple allegations over Reina. And the story beside that reads, smoking children must be outlawed, says doctors. And right above that, above the masthead, you have secular school defeats High Court's challenge to ban on prayer. Then there's a picture story that reads, I was a victim of deep fake porn. Beside that, we have, are we off French food, says top foodies. And that's inside pages 2 of the newspaper. The story I just want to briefly touch on is the headline that reads, smacking children must be outlawed, says doctor. Now the story reads that parents must be banned from smacking children because it leads to violence and mental health problems in later life. Leading children's doctor have said. Now, a loophole in the law leaves parents in England and Northern Ireland legally able to use physical force against children if it can be justified as a reasonable punishment. Now, the reason I just want to touch on the story is that I think as opposed just England and the Northern Ireland, I think this is something that needs to spread out to every other country We all know that right now we're in a generation of Gen Z, and they're quite special children, so, or rather special breeds of human beings. So I think, as opposed to smacking, because a lot of health problems are coming from what we eat and the kinds of things we're using now, we're really going extinct from natural products. So as opposed to just smacking, I think parents out there need to apply different measures of discipline, not punishments, discipline, to raise their kids and their children, as opposed to just smacking them. You don't want to hit your child, and at the end of the day, in 10 years' time, it's having mental health problems or even a leading disease to it. So I think we should just go ahead to read the story in the Times newspaper and get it to ourselves.
So yes, in agreement to what Joy already said, we'll be going on the short break, guys. But before we do it, it's important to inform you that we'll be having a wonderful guest here in our midst. Our amazing guest is no other person than Olamide Adepoju. Please stay with us.
Members of our House of Assembly or the National Assembly, who you have said are supposedly our representatives, who are supposed to be representing our interests, making laws that will be executed by the executive. These same people who you are saying that need to help us are people who have been helping themselves in the past. These are people who have only made laws that only hold us accountable and not necessarily them. Again, in the recent past, we've seen them fight for cars and monies and sitting allowances that are much more higher than the amount of money that a university professor takes home as his pay. And most of these professors still haven't received their pay. Who's to say that these same people that you're talking about accountability on their past will cut off their nose to spite their face?
The major thing that we must look into, our leaders, the leaders, who are the pilots of this democratic system. That's the leaders of the country, the people in governance, the governors, the president, and every leader in every tier of government. How are they elected? How do they get into these offices? How do we put them in this position of power to make laws for us, to direct our affairs and all that? That takes me to our electoral process. All right? So the citizens can do without the right framework, without the right laws that will check people in government from abusing their authority, from siphoning funds meant for the development of their society. The members of the House of Assembly are the representatives of the people.
Thanks for staying with us. Today we're discussing an interesting subject, body modification, society's changing perception of tattoos. Remember, you can join the conversation by either sending us an SMS or a WhatsApp message, or even calling. The numbers are displayed on the screen. So joining us now is a professional tattoo artist, Olamide Adepoju, popularly known as Sleek Tattoo Lockdown. He has been in the tattooing profession for 16 years and has worked with good numbers of celebrities like the African giant, Burna Boy, Olamide Bado, and so on. Hi, Olamide. Or do I say Tattoo Lockdown? How are you? How you doing? So, you know, I was trying to ask you, or do I say, let me ask you, right? So why Tattoo Lockdown? I mean, Olamide sounds okay by me. So, okay. But why Tattoo Lockdown?
So, in 2008,
okay.
I was trying to come up with a name, and then it was just me tattooing like in Lagos, okay. Me and some other few guys, yeah. And then it used to be opposite Silverbird, and if you ask your friend, oh, where can I get a tattoo? They just tell you, go opposite Silverbird. So everybody comes to my studio, and that way, I just named it Tattoo Lockdown. So whenever you come, whatever you want, you get it. Get piercings, tattoos.
Love it.
Yeah, so is that name, I've had that name for like 16 years as well.
Beautiful.
So even before the lockdown.
Beautiful. That's the unique thing, because what I wanted to even ask you was the inspiration due to the corona lockdown and all of that, you know? But I mean, beautiful. So let's just go right straight to it, right? So I mean, this whole body modification thing, when it comes to the piercing and all of that, but today we want to just stay on the whole tattooing thing, right? Because I mean, with the perception in Nigeria and I think globally too, everybody has like different definition of what tattoo is about and all of that. So we want you to first of all share your experience and journey with us as a tattoo artist. How's the journey been like? Why did you decide to go for like tattoo and all of that? Apart from, I mean, we have so many body modification, but why tattoo?
Okay, so I'm an artist. Like I draw, but from way back, I didn't even know I was gonna start tattooing. But I think I would say like the Nigerian situation at that time, we all had to do something because we don't want to steal and all that. And I was like, I can do this. Even then, tattoo wasn't really all that, but I just put my mind in it to just get it done. I was doing it then, but it wasn't like now. And ever since, I've been tattooing and I get better like daily. I meet artists. Some artists come from the UK then, so we trade. They don't have studios. I have a studio. I let them work at my studio. I learn, and we make money together at the same time. You know? So I started learning. I learned how to pierce. Like I started learning how to tattoo professionally. Like use gloves, the kind of needles you need to work and all that.
So right now you mentioned about the fact that you know how to draw. Must you know how to draw for you to be a tattoo artist?
Yes. If you don't know how to draw, you need to learn how to draw.
Okay. Yeah. So you can actually learn how to draw?
Yes.
Yeah. You can learn anything.
Then when I was drawing, I wasn't so good. But when I started tattooing, I was getting better. Like you need to keep practicing, even up till now. You know, like these styles, there are different styles in tattooing, and they advance daily, and you need to keep up. You can't do one style. You need to learn like at least like 8 or 10 different styles.
Beautiful.
You know, like tribal work, realism, fine line tattooing, you know, dot work, and so on. You know.
Wow. I mean, before now I didn't know that tattoo was I didn't know it was that broad.
Yeah, they have styles. There's some artists that are based on small tattoos. That's what they do. They don't do big tattoos.
Okay.
Like me, I can do like a whole back, a whole sleeve. I can work like 8 hours max, you know. But some artists only do small tattoos, and they do it well.
Wow, that's cool. So someone said tattoos or body modification help you express yourself, right? So how do tattoo transition from being rebellious? People say that, you know, everybody has different definition of where it is. I said that earlier. But I mean, how did you now come to being as a way of like self-expressing and all of that?
So that part has been an issue like right from time, but people are getting used to it now, and it takes one person to start a movement. You know? And there's sometimes that when I got my first tattoo, I'm very lucky that I didn't have issues with my parents. You know, like my mom has a tattoo as well.
Wow.
You know, my sisters have tattoos.
Beautiful.
But I have some friends that their parents don't even like me because I have tattoos, so that I don't corrupt their. But at the end of the day, when they go to work in the morning, those guys are my crew. They just like it, you know. So at some point, they feel, oh, if a lady has like a tramp stamp, maybe she's this or that, or like a guy is a cultist, this and that. Like after two, like nurses, doctors, like full sleeves and all that. You just need to see these people. When you're looking at them, the tattoo is saying something different. But when you talk to them, they are completely different. Some people use tattoos to shield their pain. Some people use that as therapy. So sometimes it's not even about tattoos. I can be your therapist low-key and you don't even know.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Key therapist.
That's why I said this is
Wait.
the my brother.
Yeah, so alright, this is gonna lead me to my first question. So as an artist, yeah, you know, like every artist has like what influences them or what motivates them, right? So as a tattoo artist, what influences or motivates your designs? Like where do you find your inspiration from when you create your designs?
This is how I work. Like when you reach out to me and you give me an idea, or maybe you send me a design, I try to make it look better. So I still Google, do research. Maybe you send me something and I ask you, what does this mean? And you don't know. I can be like, oh, let's look for something else that has like meaning. So when people ask you, you can explain better. So I still help you source that good design. So that way you want to come back next time to get more tattoos.
So all right. So also, why do you think body modification has become this common like among the young people? Like, why do you think is growing in today's society now?
Well, I just feel that these young people like cool things. Yeah,
I agree.
they like cool things because when I was growing up, it wasn't that way. Like when some people get tattoos, they hide it. These ones, they don't hide it anymore. They come with their friends and, oh, we want a matching tattoo. Why do you want it? Some will say, no, it's just cool. We just want it. They don't even want to know if it reads the meaning. They don't want to know. They just want to, it's just cool. And nowadays, it's getting so good that you don't even need to talk too much. Like, they know what they want already. They just send it to you and you get it done. They know, they do that research. Like, yeah.
I think I can
Okay,
relate to
so
that.
I hear you when of all of these things you said. Trust me when I say before now, I didn't know that tattoo has a whole lot of birding and all of that. So that takes me to I hear you when you also said you can be like a therapy low key and all of that. Trust me, I'm just hearing that for the first time, right? Because I've always asked myself this question. Okay, so I know tattoos. Some tattoos can be very painful because I mean they use needles and all of that. So tell me where pain and therapy and all of I want you to just say a bit of explanation.
Okay. So this is how it works. You know, there are some people who go through things in life, and the only way they can let it out is get tattoos done. Yeah, you say tattoo is painful and all. Some people sleep during that process. They sleep, and they only wake up when you tell them you are done. And some people can call, Silk, are you available? I need to get something out. I feel sad. I need to get a tattoo. You know, so even during that process, we talk about it. We talk about all that, and we try to come up with a solution. Even if I can't come up with a solution, yeah, you know, when you share things, you free your mind. So that way, even the therapy session alone and that pain, people get angry, you know, and that is another way for people to just ease that anger.
Okay, so I hear you, to be honest, right? Then you said something around styles.
Yeah.
So what's the most difficult styles that you've actually like created? And do you have your own personal designs? Put us through that.
Yeah, I do. So I combine like African art.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like the NCBD, there's this symbols from Ghana. Yeah, they have meanings, fertility, and the tribal tattoos also have meanings too. So if you don't have a design, I can create something for you, maybe like on the arm, like the arm style, but it will take me like maybe like a whole day to put everything together.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I just want to ask something around where you mentioned that just come to because it makes them feel cold. And I know a friend of mine who said that she got a tattoo because it makes her free. It's her way of expressing freedom. So that's to say. And then again, you mentioned also that in the past it was a struggle because some parents are just not cool with it and they have a stereotype that, oh, you must belong to a certain cult or thereabouts. So how do we, is there a way or do we need to challenge these stereotypes to, make it more liberal? And if we do, how do we tend to challenge them?
Okay, so last year I came up with a Lagos tattoo exhibition. So it's for everybody. And we've done that in the past, but the one we did in December was the biggest, and a lot of people came, even the parents came to get tattoos done. So there we had to explain to them. Like we had artists come from Germany, Ghana, and we all tattooed that day. It was like from 10 o'clock to like 10 at night, People didn't want to go home. So we had the chance to explain to the parents and people who wants to get tattoos done and those that have gone to the wrong artist to get
tattoos
done wrongly,
Yeah.
So now it's better now.
I didn't understand that.
It's better now because I realized that even somebody who message me on the phone, I'm like, oh, I want to get a tattoo with my daughter, and I'm like, okay. So it's better now. You don't even need to talk too much now. They know now, like, let me say out of 100%, 90% know better now. And
okay, go on.
And I've seen like fathers advise their daughters on the kind of tattoos to get. Yeah, and the father will be like, when you get yours, let me see so I can get mine too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. I can relate to that.
You can relate to that.
Because when I got my first tattoo, I got my tattoo as a way to express my pain. I was going through a lot, but then I didn't even have to hide it from my parents. Like, they were already quite accepting. So,
So what do you think they now? What do you think they know now that they didn't know then? That's making them accept it.
Because you having a tattoo doesn't make you a bad person.
It doesn't change who
Yeah,
you are.
it doesn't change who you are.
So do you think that's one thing they got wrong then? What other things do you think
That's
they got
just
wrong?
it.
Oh.
That's just it. You having a tattoo, then they see you as wayward and all that. Now it's different.
Does anybody remember the stories of how they say, oh, if you have a tattoo, you're going to hell because
Yeah.
it's the mark of the beast, 666.
Like
They used
that.
they used to really like inflict that on
Wow.
people when they were younger, and it was just like, yeah.
So I also hear that there are like permanent ones. I also hear that there are ones that they use needle, right? But it can also be removed. Put us through that process.
No. It's either permanent or temporary.
Okay.
And tattoo styles have hand poke and the ones we do with machine. The hand poke are the traditional ones. You use like needles and you tap on the skin. Yeah, you go to
I have a friend who does
you can
that,
go
yeah.
to like Thailand to get that done. We don't really have artists that
Very
do that
painful.
in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
they
You
do.
need to travel out of the
outside.
country to get that done. Like all the artists here uses machine and
So
the
the-
temporary
okay.
tattoos are done with airbrush. It's like a paint and a spray.
Beautiful.
Okay, so this is going to lead to my last question. So, are there any specific cultural or historical meanings behind tattoos, would you say?
There are a lot.
So
Can you
just
give
give
an
us
example? Maybe like...
in a minute. Just give us like.
Okay. There's Polynesian tattoo. They are tribal tattoos, and some of them means like warrior, fertility, long life, prosperity. They are drawings, they're actual drawings with solid color packing, but they all have meanings, Polynesian tattoos.
Wow, beautiful. You know, I've really learned a lot on this table, to be sincere. I feel like this is what Shaking Table is about, right? I think I've not said that in a long time. We'll be going on a short break, guys, and I know for sure that you're enjoying this conversation just like I do. When we come back, we have more insight on this. Please stay with us. You're still watching Waste Breakfast. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about an interesting subject, body modification, society's changing perception of tattoos with tattoo lockdown. Thank you so much. I keep saying thank you so much to be here because I've literally learned a whole lot. Oh yeah, Joy. It's true now. People like this now. Joy is looking at me like, what did they do? This guy go break your head. Oh, yeah.
Oh God,
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Anyways, media, I just want to ask something based on what you spoke about previously before we went on the break, where you talked about that at some point in your life, you really didn't know, you just knew how to draw, but you were not so perfect in doing tattoo. And the best way you were able to do that was by collaboration. You tend to bring in other artists from outside the country. And then because you had a studio, so it was a barter system, a vice versa barter system. So my question to you now is, how do we continue to propagate collaboration in the tattoo artistic world so that it can propagate more business and generate more funds and revenue?
Well, I believe in teamwork.
Okay.
You cannot do everything alone.
Yeah.
I always say to my guys that we all need to be doing something together at some point. Like, I cannot be working now and 2 other people are sitting. When you travel out of the country, you see like 10 artists in the studio, and those 10 artists are bad to the bone. You know? So if we all work together, more people will come to the studio and we make more money together and we learn together. So I think collaborating is the key.
Okay, I hear that.
So in terms of collaboration now, are there online, excuse me please, are there online communities or just local network where you guys all come together to say, okay, let's do this to drive a vision. Take, for instance, the Lagos Tattoo Trade Fair or exhibition that you did. Was that something that came from a space of, okay, I'm a tattoo artist, I bring another tattoo artist, I bring another person, let's come together, let's drive a force, let's also help to challenge the stereotypes we have.
Yeah.
So are there online communities like that?
Yeah, they are, and the way it works is we build our own community here. We have an association. So that way, it's faster to send message anywhere.
Right.
Because after that exhibition, I had artists messaging from Germany, US, asking when the next one is going to come up.
That's lovely.
So I think it's still good to work together.
Beautiful. So, Oni, I wanted to ask, right, this whole tattoo thing, I hear you when you say, okay, you actually did yours from pain and all of that, but you see people that have, like, all over their body. And same goes to piercing as well. You see people that do a whole lot of piercing.
I was going
and
to
say
say
that.
Those
And I'm like,
tattoos,
I was really
those
going to say
tattoos,
that.
okay, wait, our guest want to say something.
those tattoos are not done in a day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they break sessions.
So for every time you feel pain, just go there and...
I have a lot of friends that actually do that, like whenever they, because like I can't lie, it's like you said, like it's a form of therapy, right? Like, you know, there's something called pain therapy, so it's the same thing, like needle therapy, because like it's pain, and like it probably like helps you like release some sort of energy or some sort of like, you know, vibe you're feeling. So
all right, sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
So I want to couple what you just said now with what he said. Now I understand that, yeah, and you're a low-key therapist, so I like the fact. Now I understand that most of the times people come to do tattoo drawings because they want to just ease out the pain they have. That's fine, no problem. Now you do tattoo today and it's on your sleeve. You want to ease out the pain, you use your sleeve. The next day you come again, you use the other part of your sleeve, and then at the end of the day you tend to do drawings all over your body. But that pain is still there. So after you have finished drawing your entire body, and the pain is still there, how do you now solve that pain? Since tattoo was your best option
Well,
to
you can
solve
start
the
with
pain.
color packing.
or more piercings.
Okay, so what's no?
Color
Hold
packing.
on.
What's
So what's
color
color
packing?
packing?
Color
fill it
packing
in.
is like just ink.
Yeah.
Just start shading
you feel it
all
in.
the way, solid black.
Okay, that's fine, no problem. So at the end of the day, you have finished color packing everything, and that pain is still there. What happens?
Well, the pain cannot last forever.
Right.
Yeah, at some point. It's just like saying you cannot be angry forever.
Yeah, nothing
I
does
get
last
it.
forever.
You know?
So coming from a place of something that is happening and you don't tackle it from the roots of the problem, but you're going to tackle it from the stem of the problem, how does it not last forever? Just a question.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, people deal with pain differently and handle pain. I mean, like, for example, I could be going through a lot, one tattoo, and I'm fine.
Okay,
that
let
a
me
lot
give
I'm
you
going
an
through
example.
is
Yeah.
just
Give you an
gone.
example.
I think I agree with
I
that.
had a client that lost his mom. So he came to me to have his mom's picture tattooed. And when I finished, you know what he said? He said he had waited like 5 years to get this done. And I felt that...
I feel you.
Especially
Like,
reminds
whatever
me of
I
like
was
a
holding
friend.
just came
yes,
down. Yeah.
you get.
I feel you.
So sometimes it's just like that. You know, and that guy, he doesn't even stay in the country. He had to wait. So we kept talking online and all that
Yeah.
until he came to Nigeria.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, so with that kind of person now that has had to have that burden for 5 years, now what is that advice you want to give to somebody who is going in for his or her first tattoo drawing, and what advice also will you also give to upcoming tattoo artists in the industry itself?
So if you want to get your first tattoo, I would advise you to do like a research on the artist who will be tattooing you first.
Okay.
Very
Then
crucial.
the design, you know. So when I say do your research about the artist, the kind of style it does, his equipment, because you cannot reuse tattoo equipment. You need to make sure that this is what this person uses, like the quality of ink the person is using, because these inks cause skin reaction.
Okay.
You know? So, and also the kind of work you want from the person. You need to like, how would I put this? You need to have like a conversation with the artist, draw out designs. Like you sorting your design can take you like a week or two, but just get it done so that on the day of your exam, there won't be problems.
I love it.
Exactly.
You know?
So yeah, speaking of the ink, right? So there was this guy as of I think 2 years ago or so. Although now we don't know what really happened to him, right? So he came out to say he was once a Bobrisky fan and all of that. They had an issue, right? But there was a time he came out to say I think he drew Bobrisky on his body. I don't know if you still remember that story. So after like I think months after that, he came out to say that he has like disease. I think from the ink from the needle or something. So truly, like what do you think should be like a precaution? Is there not something that he would have taken? Because now we don't even know what happened to him.
That's why.
Okay.
Okay. So let me start from here. Normally, when you come to me, you sign a consent form. You fill a form, you read, like, that's like my procedure.
Okay.
You know? Everything I'm using is right in front of you to see. I break the needles in front of you. The inks are new. The ink cups are new. The way this thing works, when I'm tattooing you, the ink goes into your skin. The needle pierces your skin and mixes with your blood. And I dip that back into the ink cup. That way, when I'm done with you, I need to dispose everything, you know. So you need to see what I'm using, like new. So that story, I'm not totally sure about that, and they are work artists as well. A lot
of work artists. Yeah.
Some people still don't know these things. We try to preach, but I want to get a tattoo. You just sit and you are not even asking questions. You are just, you know. So it's not, you can get a lot of hepatitis, HIV.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can get a lot. After a while, you tell me it's your village people that are chasing you. No, it's that place you went to.
Like he said, like when you get tattoos, like the needle actually it mixes with your blood. Because even afterwards, like when you cover it, like your blood would literally dry up on the top and then for you to
and
wipe it out.
There is also healing procedure for your tattoos as well.
Okay, put us through that.
So,
please.
me tattooing you is different from taking care of your tattoo. It's up to you to take care of your tattoo.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You know, when you get a tattoo, you need a second skin to cover your tattoo. You leave it for like a few days. When you remove the wrap, you start applying your aftercare cream. You don't have to scratch it because it's going to eat you. No swimming pool. Yeah, no swimming pool. You don't expose to sunlight because it's still an open wound. So if you do otherwise, you get infected. And tattoo infections can be irritating.
Oh my gosh.
So,
and because, I mean, it's a skin.
So you cannot even apply all those, like people who use like hard cream and all that. You cannot apply it on your skin because there is no how it won't mess with your tattoo. So you get infected.
Okay, so in 1 minute, Dereba, I think we're almost running out of time. So can you just put us through what the business prospect of tattoo industry is like? What are the career perspective? What are the things? If I don't want to be a drawer, what else can I be? Can I be an ink painter or something? Like, so yeah, I just had to use that word just for fun.
Well, you don't have to be a tattoo artist, but nowadays everybody wants to be a tattoo artist. I don't know why.
Probably your income. Probably the money you guys make.
Exactly.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Yeah. You setting up a studio today doesn't mean you make money like the next day. You need to put in work.
Definitely.
Like a lot of work.
Definitely.
You might open a studio this year and you start making money next year, because there are other artists too, and they are bad too.
Of course.
So you need to keep up.
Everyone's bad.
So like, how much you guys earn? Give us the lowest amount. Give us the highest amount.
Why?
No. I just want to know.
Let me read that question.
Okay.
So for a small tattoo, let's say one of this size, how much do you guys charge compared to a bigger tattoo?
Yeah.
Let me ask.
Those people that draw like their full back, do they pay like millions for that?
Yep.
Yeah, they do. You know, I went somewhere in Lagos to go and try and change this tattoo, and they told me 800K, and I just looked at them and said, okay.
For one small thing. I guess all of this, which is still what informs my question, as opposed to just being a tattoo artist and a tattoo drawer, because the industry now is getting populated. We have a lot of people, according to you, that are bad. So, are there any other part of job description that somebody else can do. Say, okay,
Just
since
fall in.
everybody's artist, let me shift away from being an artist. What else can I do in the tattoo industry?
I can start selling tattoo supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, ship
Okay.
supplies from abroad and just be a distributor in Africa.
I love that.
You see, without going through stress of having
True,
competition,
true,
I have
true.
gotten something
I
that I
can
can
just
do.
I can just open up a studio and I get artists to pay for booths. I just come to take money every week or every month.
Real.
That works.
2 jobs without knowing how to draw.
I
There
feel
are levels
like
to this thing.
yeah, I agree. I feel like we've learned a whole lot. In as much as Olamide don't want to tell us the amount they make. Probably maybe he doesn't want me to go and learn, but it's fine. It's fine. But truthfully, yeah, I feel like we've learned a whole lot from this table. I didn't know that tattoo was this broad, to be honest. Maybe next time we'd probably give you, probably you would help us give us
A
more
practical
insight
session, sir.
on the, me, I don't know tattoo section. We'll be going on the short break, guys. And when we come back, we'll be going straight to the book review. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. It's the book review segment. Joy, you're supposed to be helping me on this. So yes, the book we're reviewing today, I mean, we've been reading for like 2 weeks now. It's Atomic Habits by James Clear. You know, what the book is about, Olamide, is just about changing, just like what Joy said before we even like came on air, right? It's just changing. The book will teach us how to change from bad habits to good habits. So tell me one bad habit that you want to change.
I'm an introvert.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
I was talking to a friend about it, and he was like, "You need to be going out more."
Yeah.
Like, I don't have friends. Like, I don't have friends. All I do is walk. And when I want to clear my head, I just ride my bike out of Lagos or something to just
Clear your
my
head.
So
Beautiful.
I think that's like something I need to change. Like, I need to go out more, meet people. Sometimes I go out and I'm just there. People are relating and I'm just there.
I get it. I get it. How about you, Annie? In 30 seconds, please.
Okay, I'll say my bad habit is probably struggling to control my emotions, or would I say my anger.
Oh, okay.
When I get angry, Jesus. That's all I can say.
I feel you.
Jesus.
How about you, Joy? In 30
Okay,
seconds.
in a nutshell, mine is just that I tend to bottle up a lot of emotions. So as opposed to her, I bottle it up a lot because I feel like I have a thick skin. So I tend to bear things a lot. And somehow it tends to ruin my mental health. I need to let it out.
Okay. So, I mean, you say that all of us in this table now, we need to go and read Atomic Habits.
Yes.
At least I've been
we
reading.
need to go and read Atomic Habits. So, yes, I mean, in a nutshell, yeah. Just
What's the bad habits you want to
Hey,
do?
I was trying to run away from this.
Don't do that.
Real.
Tell
What
us.
is your bad habit?
Bad habits. The truth is, I think my bad habit is disagreeing that I don't have a bad habit.
What?
To be honest.
I
No,
can
to
tell
be
you a
honest.
bad habit you
To
have.
be honest.
no,
And
no,
that's
no, no,
what
no,
you
no.
think is my
That's
bad
what you
habit.
think. You don't
But
know about her.
Exactly. So I actually believe that I don't have a bad habit, to be honest. So I think that is my bad habit.
And that is a bad habit.
And
That-
that's
that
a
is
bad
a
habit.
very bad
Yeah. And that's on period. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So yes, before now, I mean, you've been with us on the whole Atomic Habits. Just go read it to just help us, shaping our bad habits into good habits. So yes, I mean, as we conclude this enriching dialogue, with a heartfelt thanks to our guests. Thank you so much, Olamide. Thank you, Tattoo Lockdown. Come on, shaking devils. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Yes, and to our beautiful and handsome viewers out there, thank you so much for tuning in. It has been an insightful conversation all the way. Join us again tomorrow for another captivating discussion, beaming with even more insight and entertainment. And don't forget to tune in to Waste Prime at 8 p.m., where education and humor converge for an unforgettable experience. So yes, on behalf of myself and my beautiful buddies right here, it's goodbye for now. We eagerly anticipate our next interaction with you. Until then, keep seeking knowledge, keep nurturing your curiosity, and staying inspired. Please stay with us.